right, update on Clovis Oncology. I had a member reach out to me, ask me to do an update. They had data come in from this morning, or yesterday, I believe, actually, from ESMO. Mini oral session, so not a full-blown keynote, but, you know, you don't get oral sessions without having some decent data there. So, actually, let's just get right to the page here so we can read it. So we got Rubraca. It's first-line maintenance treatment for improves progression-free survival in women with advanced ovarian cancers, and they did this a bunch of over different risk subgroups. Results reinforce potential of Rubraca to be a first-line maintenance treatment, and broad population, and irrespective of a variety of characteristics. Okay. Risk factors. Okay. So this is being presented not by the company, but, so this is the presenter here, and then she came to the conclusion. These additional results from the ATHENA mono-analysis of the Phase 3 ATHENA trial demonstrate that Rubraca should be considered a new first-line maintenance treatment option for women with advanced ovarian cancer. In this analysis, Rubraca prolonged progression-free survival for patients with or without high risk factors for progression, irrespective of molecular characteristics, adding to our understanding of the efficacy of Rubraca in the broadest population of patients assessed in a clinical trial for first-line PARP inhibitor monotherapy. So, what does that tell us? Rubraca is putting out great data, and nobody else has done that thus, well, at least at this level thus far, in terms of PARP inhibitors. Going into ATHENA. Gotcha. Oh, thanks. Good thing Patrick got in there and really got into it. So, pretty decent size, 538 women. Variety of different ovarian cancers, fallopian tube as well as peritoneal. Okay. We got to go. So we got the two big subgroups here, basically HRD, homologous recombination deficiency. Okay. And overall intent to treat population. So basically HRD positive and then everybody else. Alright, and then they broke it down into surgeries. So resection, so basically if you're having surgery to remove part or, or all of the tissue. So big thing with HRD positive is it should be working. You should have good results from PARP. Homologous recombination deficiency essentially is whether or not not the person, well, I guess it would be the person, but the cancer cells are able to essentially repair themselves. So if you throw in a PARP inhibitor, which kind of helps if the cell is damaged, it kind of prevents, or in general, it prevents the cells from repairing themselves, the DNA, then the cell dies. So you should see some good results there. Looking thus far, we don't even have a progression-free survival yet because it looks like it's doing so well. Versus, by the way, this is completely removed surgery. All right. Let's say 22 months. So decent, good, very nice. Patients do not have complete. So we got 20 months, 20.3 versus 9.1. So in a population where it should work, placebo, 9. So more than double there. Length. All right, so intent to treat, which is, hey, not the best, This is where we're going to really, separate ourselves here. Complete resection, 25 versus 12. Again, more than doubling. Did not have 13.9, 6.4. So ITT did not have a complete resection. So during first-line chemotherapy, patients who demonstrated partial response to first-line chemotherapy with Rubraca, 14.8, 9.1, very nice. So did not do very well with chemotherapy, did well with chemotherapy, complete response. Okay. Again, HRD, so we were expecting good numbers there, right? Nearly double in the I intend to treat. More than double. Alright, this is just information. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. So, the company was expecting to do something in Q3 this year in terms of getting that supplemental NDA, but I think they still need more mature OS to really get it in. I haven't seen any updates on that yet. But, I mean, I guess the take home here is that we're getting a little bit more details and analysis on these different subpopulations, and Rubraca is doing very well in comparison to placebo, which is to be expected, but it's not like 6 versus or 9 months with Rubraca and 6 months versus placebo, a 3-month difference. In most cases, you're getting more than double progression-free survival length. In reaction to that, the market, what did we bump it up today? Where were we at? Yeah, we were just 117. Bumping it up to 150. Very nice. Now, there's also the fact that today was a nice solid up day for the market. It was a nice solid. Let's see where we got. That's the watch list here. Let's go back to indices and ETFs. Let's see how we're doing today. A little bit of a grind up. So we're looking great. Chewed right through that. So we broke out there. Very nice. But where's CNCR? Not bad. Who had a good day today? Pharmaceuticals. Nice day there. Looking good. Alright, getting off topic here, but let's go back to let's get back to CLVS. But so the point being is that the sector did very well. Small caps did well, and overall market did well. So I'm not surprised that we saw a solid bump. What did we get up on today? Clovis, what'd you do? Up 25% roughly today. And then I think, do we have, I don't know, Biden was supposed to, President Biden was supposed to do a moonshot. Cancer research. He did. Wow. Did that happen an hour ago? Sets cancer moonshot goal of cutting cancer deaths rates in half. So that kind of gave everybody a boost today, considering this is an oncology. Now, this is one of those names. You know, one of my favorites. Another top idea in the in our. Never mind, you're up 31 now. Where are we at? Time is up. There's my other boy. Yeah, looking good. Right on the 200-day EME. Look at that. Right on it. It's all game, baby. But most of the top small oncology companies did pretty well today. That might be an interesting one to watch as we get into the. They have a NDA for this weekend, right? Who do we got? Yeah, it's Saturday. They have one for their PDUFA date, so expect some volatility there. So, but anyway, let's take a look at the chart here. Still got ways to go. I mean, it looks like the pressure is, you know, obviously it's basing out, quote unquote. Kind of got like a little triple bottom here around $1. Yeah, $1.10. I don't have anything clean coming off the bottom here, but you know that I would say exists right there. So pretty flat. So even if, say, this is the top here, if for the angle attack is still down, you can see that. Like, that's definitely steeper than this. So, but monthly RSI, you know, we had a spike back in July. Actually started in June, right? Mid-June with the rest of the market. June 15th is when healthcare really took a night. Well, actually, the overall market started. So she popped up with the market, with healthcare, with small caps, with biotech. All that data faded it now, and now it's, you know, it's been low volume. You can see nothing crazy. Now we got a nice solid green day. Volume's up, changing that dark purple over to the light purple, which is nice, / pink, whatever you want to call it. But still a threat here. Anchored VWAP from the high is still way up here. It's probably really still kind of a bearish setup up until really the sucker gets above the anchored VWAP and 200-day EMA, which is looking, you know, like around 210 right now. But the monthly RSI, sorry, go back, I lost my, there it is. So the monthly RSI, that's the dotted line, she's starting to curl up again, and then the daily RSI dipped below, which usually gives us a chance for a nice little move. So you took that in combination with the overall market, the catalyst, the sector, you know, Biden's moonshot commentary, cancer commentary. You know, I'm not surprised we saw a nice solid move today. What's the news on this? Anything? Nothing. Just some short covering on everybody else going up. All right, so what's the game plan here for Clovis? You know, it's below our buy threshold. It's above our buy target 1. It's really, I've been having it on my watch list, like, hey, let's look for something. This is not getting me going. Maybe if we have something here, this is going to set up tomorrow. Poking, you know, failed to really drive outside the Keltner channel. I mean, we got outside and you see how it pulled right back inside of it. So, you know, I'm not seeing anything. It didn't get down below buy target 1, so there was no rush. And sadly, I can say there's really not much we could. I mean, the only thing I got right here is that we have this. That's at least, you know, triple tap here, and then we have the daily RSI kind of cross over there, daily over the monthly, and we're starting to see the monthly curl up again. potentially sitting in a higher low. But we definitely not truly bullish until we really get above $2, and then we obviously have almost a double top situation around 3.25. We still have, you know, this from way back. I'll put that in there. That should probably stay. Because here's the sad part. If we look at this over a year ago, the angle of attack off that high is still steeper than this. Unless we have something right here. Unless this is the start of something. And if we can get this going, get above 2, we break outside this, which would be outside the monthly Keltner channel too. We start getting up, so we're probably have to get to about 250 before this really starts to look like anything with long-term potential. And then obviously we'd have to get above this $3.40, basically get up to 350. And at that point, we should be making some sort of move to get a buy in here, and then take some profit off. I know most of us did very well by accumulating. Well, anybody who was involved did very well accumulating around the buy target one, and you know, is sitting quite well right now. But it's kind of like a no man's land right now. They really need to get that SNDA submitted. There's really not much more we can do right now. That's basically it. Just get that in. You gotta get these things in. You gotta get, because honestly, like I mentioned in my previous, you know, articles and in the video, these guys are not going to be able to really just push people over by coming in and muscling in against GSK, Pfizer, and, you know, AstraZeneca. Those guys are not just going to like move to the side for Clovis. These guys need to have blowout actual, like, Rubraca for what it is better than fill in the blank PARP inhibitor. Here's why. And there's going to be no doubt on that. That this data right here might be one of the first time. Oh, I shouldn't say first, but it's this. I don't know. It might be the strongest evidence I've seen in terms of clinical data for physicians to generally reach for Rubraca, because they know that in just about every patient population that they're going to see for advanced ovarian cancer, right, regardless of mutations or surgeries, you know, responses to chemotherapy, it always improves. That's basically what we got. So this is the first time that where Rubraca might have the data just to say, hey, this is basically the best thing you can do in terms of PARP inhibitors for advanced ovarian cancer, which is huge. Anyway, I'll leave that there. Definitely going to be on our watch list for the rest of the week. You know, we do have some concerns. Obviously, this company is still speculative. Although they are selling this drug, they're not doing an awesome job. This data might help them out, but even then, we still got to wait for the company to really make some serious strides on the commercial front before, you know, we can de-risk this. This thing is so speculative, but the good thing is once there is a kind of change of the tide, it's so cheap. And if you were willing to see that potential turn in fortunes and be here when the data starts showing up, and then, you know, other assets are showing some promise, you're essentially getting in on the bottom floor, you know. However, the trend is still down. Everything is still negative here for the most of the trends. You're just trying to find evidence, and I would say, I don't say hope, but have some conviction that the clinical data and how cheap the company it is, maybe it's worth the risk reward is in your favor, and then also, being Clovis, there is that possibility that it gets a buyout can. And this might be it. This might be the reason why. If you're anybody who's looking for a cheap way to get some money without having, I shouldn't say cheap way of getting money, but Rubraca is revenue. Like, you can buy out the company, and all of a sudden now you have a boost in revenue. Assuming you buy it at a decent price. I'm saying that acquiring a company buys Clovis at a decent price. They'll make up some. They'll make it up over the next several years, especially as Rubraca gets more labels, and with the right commercial organization, a good sales force, it should do better. And then they have obviously all the other, well, I shouldn't say all the other, but the FAP stuff that they're working on, radiopharmaceuticals, new endeavor, which we got to see some more data on that before we really get bullish on that. But they're really trying to be the first into these things, trying to be first in the clinic, first this, that, which gives them a benefit if they can make it through unscathed through the FDA, get it on the market. If that's holding up, obviously that's going to be a value to an acquiring company. If not, you just play the long haul, and hopefully Clovis can really deliver. I would say in terms of strategy, Clovis Oncology is not a set it and forget it situation. You cannot sock drawer this trade unless you're in a house money position, and you're really just not wanting to deal with the ups and downs. But you're gonna have to be you got to trade this actively, and you can tell that this is what happens with this ticker. I mean, it's been shorted, it's been destroyed, it's been brought down to where they like it. There's some spikes, but they're letting it fade. They're accumulating on slow, low volumes. There's a spike, short, fade it, accumulate slowly on the way down. Because this really hasn't, it's basing probably, if you look at the monthly charts, starting to do that, right? Sadly, at $15, it's $1, but we haven't done a long-term roll around yet for this thing to be, I guess you would say, the funds got what they wanted. But if you looked at the trading volume, it's finally coming into an area where they like it. And of course, people are just scalping, and sort of retail traders, and people are getting in and out. You got 30% move. You're gonna book some profits if you. If you bought this around $1, you probably book some profits today, right? Go for 50% or something. You're looking to get some cash out of this. Anyway, all right. So I'll leave that there. Congratulations to patients and providers. Hopefully that will translate to the investors in sometime in the next decade. All right. Yeah, so definitely be on our watch list. Hopefully this is the start of something good.